Protocol and Analysis of In Vivo Pollen Tube Growth. A protocol for the in vivo analysis of pollen grain germination and pollen tube growth has been adapted and used in cassava. This protocol allows estimating percentage of pollen grain germination. By collecting flowers between 6 and 96 hours after pollination, which is the period in which the most relevant events take place, it is possible to monitor the speed of pollen tube growth into the stigma until it eventually reaches the embryo sac. During the collection of flowers, their bracts are removed and the remaining pistils are placed in 10 milliliter falcon tubes containing a fixing solution. Flowers are kept at 4 degrees Celsius in a refrigerator.
En la evaluación in vivo de la germinación del tubo polínico, realizamos la colecta de flores en diferentes etapas luego de la polinización. Esto lo hacemos en tubos Falcon. Allí tenemos una solución fijadora que mantenemos refrigerada hasta que la llevamos al laboratorio y la guardamos en una nevera.
The flowers can be kept in the fixing solution for a few weeks until they can be analyzed. For analysis, flowers are first immersed in a softening and clearing solution for 3 to 4 hours. The softening time depends on the size of the flowers. After softening, the flowers are washed with a buffer solution 3 consecutive times. The flowers are then moved to a staining solution, which requires 2 consecutive washings with the same buffer solution as before, but with the addition of aniline blue. The flowers are then left immersed in the staining solution for 24 hours.
Ya después de esto podemos realizar el montaje de las muestras, se realiza la disección de los óvulos y del estigma y ya pasamos a observar las muestras en el microscopio.
2 separate drops of glycerine are placed in a microscope slide. The stigma is first cut from the pistil and split into 3 sections. The ovary is then dissected while immersed in the second glycerine drop until the 3 ovules are exposed and isolated. Finally, a drop of the staining solution is added to the tissue. The final step is squashing the tissue with the cover slip. Microscope analysis is facilitated by the differential reaction that different structures in the female flower and the pollen tube show to aniline blue. Usually, the best images are obtained at 10x magnification and using a 360 nanometer light source. The following images illustrate the rate of pollen tube growth through the female flower until fertilization takes place. This image is composed of several photographs taken under a microscope, showing the ovary of a cassava flower and 2 of the 3 ovules contained in each flower. This is the connective tissue, the obturator, the nuclear beak, the micropolar region, and in this area, the embryo sac. Along the connective tissue, we can see a pollen tube advancing towards the entrance of the nuclear beak. In this picture, the pollen tube has advanced through the nuclear beak until reaching the micropolar region. This image shows 3 grains of pollen in the surface of the stigma which have not germinated yet. In this picture, we see several pollen grains on the surface of the stigma that have already generated the pollen tube which is growing along the style. These are pollen tubes growing towards the basal part of the style and entering the connective tissue. This picture manages to capture the lengthy pathway of pollen tube growth along the style of the cassava flower. Here we see the connective tissue and a pollen tube that is approaching the obturator. We can see that the tissue of the nuclear beak has a very different texture from that of the other tissues. The pollen tube has entered the obturator and the nuclear beak with its distinctive texture. This is a cassava ovule, the nuclear beak, the micropolar region, and the embryo sac. It is an unpollinated ovule. This pollen tube has entered the nuclear beak. This picture shows two pollen tubes that have already entered the nuclear beak. Once in the middle zone, one of them stops. Only one pollen tube can continue growing. A pollen tube in the micropolar region. This image shows several pollen tubes that have entered the area of the nuclear beak. In the middle zone, most of them stop growing, so only one can reach the micropolar region. These pictures show fluorescence in the embryo sac, which suggests that fertilization has already taken place. Pollen tube growth during fertilization. During the first hours after pollination, pollen tubes grow rapidly. 6 hours after pollination, growth slows down. For the next 90 hours, pollen tubes grow slowly, until fertilization, which takes place around 96 hours after pollination. In some cases, pollen tubes have reached the embryo sac as early as 20 hours after pollination. However, in most cases, pollen tubes seem to remain in the micropolar region for several hours, perhaps to allow the embryo sac to get ready for fertilization. Thus, in many cases, pollen tubes finally reach the embryo sac as late as 96 hours after pollination.